Focus is now turning to the gunman's background as police search his home outside Las Vegas, finding more weapons and explosives. With the injury toll rising to more than 500, there are questions about how he was able to injure so many people so quickly. Amelia Brace is outside the main hospital.
This is the top trauma hospital in Las Vegas, and you can imagine the scene last night as literally hundreds of people were ferried here from the concert site, which is only about 10 minutes away. It got to the point they realised there were just too many people, more than 500 people injured, so they had to be dispersed to other hospitals throughout the city. The main health concern for authorities today is blood. There are signs all over the city, billboards, restaurants changing their signs, asking people to give blood, giving them directions of how to do that, and we're seeing queues across the city as people do just that. Also, slowly people heading back to that concert site to leave little tributes as authorities start to investigate just how this was allowed to happen. A man with no military experience harbouring automatic weapons in a hotel room. Someone with no criminal record, now one of America's deadliest killers. Stephen Paddock's motive remains as much a mystery to authorities in Nevada as it does on the other side of the US in Florida to his stunned family.
There's not even anything I can say. I mean, how do you... I mean, my brother did this. This is like it was done, you know, like he shot us. I mean, he might have had one long gun, but he had them in a safe, and there's no... He had no machine guns. I moved his house. I mean, there were no machine guns.
Yet police searching his home an hour outside Las Vegas have found further weapons and ammunitions.
In excess of 18 additional firearms, some explosives, and several thousand rounds of ammo.
The 64-year-old had lived in this retirement village for a year or so.
So we haven't had any run-ins with him. We haven't had any contact with him in the past.
His Australian girlfriend, Mary Lou Danley, was not at the property. She was initially named as a person of interest, but has now been found outside the US and is not believed to have been involved.
There are reports that her ID may have been used by the perpetrator, and that's how her name became involved, but she has been cleared of involvement in the incident, although I'm sure that with the ongoing investigation she will need to speak to the US authorities at some point.
Islamic State claimed responsibility for the shooting, saying Paddock had converted to Islam months ago, a claim denied by his brother.
There's no church, there's no religion, there's no politics, there's no anything.
The claim has also been dismissed by the FBI.
We have determined to this point no connection with an international terrorist group.
President Donald Trump has led a minute's silence at the White House for the victims of the tragedy. His press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, broke down while recounting the acts of bravery that took place on the famous Vegas Strip.
There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for a friend. The memory of those who displayed the ultimate expression of love in the midst of an unimaginable act of hate will never fade.
Tears too from an Australian woman who was at the country music festival with 4 friends from the Gold Coast. They could do little more than lay on the ground as the bullets rained down.
My girlfriend was holding me and we were just praying like out loud. That feeling of my children may not be able to grow up with a mom like really got to me hard, and that is something that's going to be with me forever.
Across America, flags have been lowered to half-mast, a nation in mourning and once again forced to confront its love affair with guns and the laws that protect them. In Las Vegas, Amelia Brace, 7 News.